There will always be people who will criticize you without knowing the facts. There are some people who feel that they deserve a particular award or recognition, but I don't fall in that category. Sometimes I sketch, but not every day. I sketch random things, whatever I can get my mind into. I'm not a professional. It is just a hobby I've started. Cricket was never my first choice. I never wanted to be a sports person. It just happened. It was destiny. All of us follow men's cricket because we want at some point that women's cricket would be up there. Let's say something like Olympics is happening. I will definitely watch because that is something which is live after so many months. I think sports will definitely get people to watch, although I am not in the thick of things when it comes to T20 cricket. But as an ODI captain, I'd like to give more stability to the players when we talk about knowledge or tactical plans. If a woman coach has the capability, then she should surely get an opportunity to coach the Indian men's team. But growing as an India cricketer, it was about the blue jersey and the pride we all felt wearing that jersey. I have captained India in 2 World Cup finals. I definitely want to win the World Cup before I retire. My teammates will tell you I find it hard to remember what happened 2 weeks earlier, let alone what happened a decade and a half back. Men's cricket sets the bar. We are always trying to reach where they set the standard. All of us at some point have been coached by a male cricketer. I strongly believe that they get a lot of intensity into the training sessions. They are very hard taskmasters. It is the pride to play for India that keeps me going. Not many get a chance to play for India, and I feel very fortunate to be still playing. The will to do well for India is a big motivation. With more sponsors coming in, media engagements happening, and matches being televised, youngsters can get carried away. In such a scenario, a mentor can step in and help in channelizing the cricketers' energies into the sport. But if you have live matches and there is TV coverage, I'm sure you have more viewership because people would love to see women's cricket again on television. I love sleeping, and to inculcate the habit of early rising, my dad forced me to take up a sport. That was the only reason I started playing cricket in the first place, and thereafter it continued. Unless there is branding, players will not get adequate payment. Why do we want matches to be televised? Why do we want people to turn up for our matches? That's how you will generate revenue. There are a lot of misconceptions that we can't play fast bowling or we can't bowl fast. We should have mixed matches. I have also played a lot of matches against boys because that's how we train. Even at home, I always play with the boys. I only play with the girls when I am closer to the tournament or a series. When I am playing, I try to keep the genre very easygoing and breezy. I can't be into the book and not be into the profession I am in. With central contracts, you are very well looked after by the board. You do not have to be bothered about anything else. Just put in the hard work and do well for the country. The World Cup, as an event, carries a lot of pressure, irrespective of the number of caps you have earned, and the pressure doubles when you play at home. If only a few games are televised and you don't have a follow-up, like no live coverage of the Sri Lanka series after the Australia series, where we did so well, things will not improve. I'm not saying the fact that I am the best T20 player. No, I know where I stand. But as a player, you feel sad that at this level you are being singled out for the fact that I stood up for myself. I have not done anything wrong standing up for myself. Obviously, we don't want to go into a World Cup thinking low about the team. We are very positive and had some good practice matches which should give us confidence, whether I lead or not. As a top-order batsman, I feel people expect a lot from me. I also expect that I do get runs and justify my place in the side as a top-order batsman. It is important for me, no matter whether I lead or not, that I continue my form even in the World Cup. It is important that you get runs because people look up to you, and the team also expects you to get runs being a senior member of the side. But ultimately, it is up to the captain to decide whether she wants to accept a suggestion or not. But as a senior member of the team, I will always give suggestions for the betterment of the team whenever I can come up with any. But once you get accepted and are trained under the best coaches, these things really help boost your confidence level. These youngsters are gaining experience and making use of the opportunities. At some point, it will help me be relieved of responsibility because World Cup is such a high-pressure tournament. I have always believed that against smaller teams is when you can give others a chance to get some runs and gain some confidence. People were not even knowing that women's cricket existed. And from that phase to today, where people would want to follow women's cricket, I think we have come a long way. The first thing my mom told me after I reached Hyderabad was that I won't be going out on a two-wheeler. When you are on the field as a captain, the mind is always working. You cannot relax at any point of time. You are always focusing on what is going to be the next move. What if it doesn't work? What if the situation changes and you have to change your plan? The biggest challenge I faced when I started playing in the 90s was my immediate family members were not very keen that I get into sport, leave alone cricket. A lot of parents today come forward to encourage their daughters to take up sport because they feel women's cricket is growing in India and they can make a profession out of it. As a captain and as a player, I wanted to lead the team well and score runs because I know the team still depends on me very much. There are expectations in everyone's lives. It might be small or big, but then you cannot forget to prioritize what is important and try to focus when it is really needed. MITHALI Raj, born December 3, 1982 in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Her mother is Leela Raj and her father, Dori Raj, was a warrant officer in the Indian Air Force. She lives in Hyderabad, Telangana. Raj is an Indian former cricketer and captain of the India women's national cricket team from 2004 to 2022. She is the highest run dash scorer in women's international cricket, and ESPN ranked her as one of the greatest female cricketers of all time. Raj has received several national and international awards, including the Wisden Leading Woman Cricketer in the World in 2017, Arjuna Award in 2003, the Padma Shri in 2015, and Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna in 2021. Raj started playing cricket at the age of 10. She graduated from Keys High School for Girls in Hyderabad and Kasturba Gandhi Junior College for Women in Secunderabad. She received cricket coaching in elementary school alongside her older brother. Raj holds numerous records in international cricket. She is the only female cricketer to surpass the 700 run mark in women's one-day international WODI matches. She is the first player to score 7 consecutive 50 seconds in ODIs. She also holds the record for most half-centuries in WODIs. In 2005, MITHALI Raj became the permanent captain of India. She is the only female player to have captained India in more than one ICC ODI World Cup final, doing so twice in the 2005 and the 2017. In June 2018, during the 2018 Women's 2020 Asia Cup, she became the first player from India to score 2,000 runs in T20s. She also became the first female cricketer to reach 2,000 WT20I runs. On 1 February 2019, during India's series against New Zealand women, MITHALI Raj became the first woman to play in 200 ODI matches. In September 2019, she announced her retirement from T20 is to focus on ODI cricket. In 2019, she became the first woman to complete 20 years in international cricket. In July 2021, Raj broke Charlotte Edwards' record of 10,273 runs to become the player with the most runs in women's international cricket. On June 8, 2022, Raj announced her retirement from all formats of international cricket.